What's up, you guys? It's your girl Inspire checking in with Inspire Nation brought to you by Swag Her Magazine. And I just decided to do a pop up live tonight to tell you about the inspirational things that I found and perceived and took in from watching Stranger Things. Y'all, so if you have not been watching those episodes, I advise you to do so as soon as possible. I saw my little sister sitting on the couch crying, and I'm like, what in the world is wrong with her? She was obviously on the last episode of the show. So I had stood there and watched a little bit of it, and I'm just looking at her like, why is this girl crying? I wanted to know. So I went and watched it for myself. Let's just say I finished 5 seasons within 3 weeks. I binge watched it, y'all. Even in my car on my break, I couldn't stop watching it. That's how wonderful it is. And I come to you tonight to talk to you about some inspirational things that I found within the movie or the TV show, rather. And one of them, the one word that I'm going to focus on is the word strength. So, for instance, we're going to look at the character Lucas. The strength that he manifested was true strength and love. The love that he had for Max, it was unexplainable. It was unremarkable. It was amazing. And even when she was going through her rough times and she was pushing people away and didn't really want to be bothered by people because she was still trying to figure herself out with all that she was going through and all that she was dealing with. Even when she broke up with Lucas, he was still there. He was still by her side. He still showed her that he loved her and he wanted her in his life. And he did not give up on that. Even when she went into a coma. And I apologize for those who have not seen it. I'm spilling the beans. I do apologize. However, even while she was in the coma, um, he was with her. He never left the hospital. He talked to her in hopes that she was listening. When she came back and she had to do what she did at the end, I'm not going to spill any more beans on that. And he stayed there with her, even in spite of he fought for her through music. She knew that he loved her. And the strength in that love is the strength that we all need in love and relationships these days, whether it's friendships, monogamous relationships, anything. Love is the key. Next, I'm going to talk to you about Hops. The sheriff, Hops, oh my God. His strength that was manifested to me was the strength of a man and of a father. And I say that because due to him losing his first daughter, the things that he did when he lost his first daughter, he was down and out, went through a state of depression, went through anxiety, went through the stage of blaming himself. And he was given another opportunity to be a father. It may not have been the way that he imagined, but he was given another opportunity. So Elle comes along. He became a dad to her. And in the end, he ended up having to lose another daughter. However, he manifested the strength of learning from your lessons, learning from your past, and allowing your past to be a motivation for you to be better. This time, he accepted it. This time, he knew that she did what she had to do. This time, he was stronger. This time, he knew how to deal with it mentally as a person, as a whole. And not only that, he also manifested how we go through things in life and we don't know why we're going through them. Sometimes things happen suddenly and we just don't understand. But in the long run, we realized that we were going to cross paths with someone else who was dealing with the same thing that we dealt with in our past. And it's like, oh, well, now I can help you to be able to move forward. I can help you to not do the things that I did that I shouldn't have done in the midst of that situation. So now I'm going to be able to tell you my story, which is what he did at the end with Max. And that was a beautiful moment. I actually cried. There are crying moments in the show because, again, for him to go through what he went through, deal with what he dealt with, and in the end be able to help somebody else get through the same thing, it's amazing. And And again, that's something else that we need in life. We need to know that what we go through is not for nothing. There was a double negative, don't judge me. But you went through it for something, whether it was a lesson or whether it was help somebody else along the way. So testimony. And with that being said, we're gonna move forward to Joyce and Mrs. Wheeler. Those two mothers right there, let me tell y'all something. I would want my mom to fight for me like that. They showed the strength of true motherhood and the things that a mom would do to be there for her children, for their children. They fought demons, monsters. They did things they probably didn't even think they were capable of doing, especially Mrs. Wheeler. And she still ended up being alive in the hospital, still ready to fight. She ripped the cord out of arm, ready to get up, but her children would not let her go. Even though, in spite of what she was dealing with, in spite of the pain that I know she had just gotten out of surgery. So I know she was still in a little pain. But she was still there for her children. She still showed that she was ready to fight for them. Joyce, the things that she did, baby stepped up and she roughed up some men to make sure that her children, her child was good. And that strength in motherhood is another thing that we need in this day and time. There is no love like the love that you receive from your mom. If you don't have a biological one, I'm sure there is some woman in your life who could play that role or take on that role or already have taken on that role. They're there for you in ways that you never imagined. They give you that love, they give you that care. Cherish them. Cherish them because not everybody has that. And last but not least, I'm not going to keep you guys long. I am going to talk about the strength of friendship. Okay. This crew, Max, Elle, Dustin, Lucas, Will, they all manifested the strength of true friendship. If I was lost and I had friends who would do anything to come get me like them, oh my God, I would know that I'm loved by my friends. Not saying that I'm not, but I'm just saying they manifested strength in friendship in ways that you couldn't imagine. Um, the fights, the being there, even though they had disagreements, they were still there for each other. Even though they had moments of questioning, they were still there for each other. And at the end, oh my God, when Will confessed what he confessed, and they all made it known that they were still going to be by his side. That's love right there. Another strength in love and true friendship. So, you guys, I just wanted to come give you those quick pop ups and tell you, first and foremost, to please check out the show. Also, be inspired by the show. Pay attention to the little things that may motivate you in everyday life that you probably wouldn't even think of. If you are wanting a part two, let us know. I got you. And again, thank you guys for checking in. Thank you for tapping in. Shout out to Swagger Magazine and all of our wonderful fans, viewers, and supporters. God bless you all. We love you all. Inspire Nation, checking out.